Give you guys a minute to get used to my eyebrows. Are they blonde? Are they white? Are they there? I don't know. All great questions, everybody. It's gonna be in your head for a while. And I'm sorry. I just had a birthday recently. Which is like an exciting time. You should celebrate your birthday. I have a rule where I don't go to work on my birthday. I think it's a great rule. I tried to initiate it company-wide. Nixed immediately. But I feel like I really like birthdays, but this year I just kind of like got in my head about shit, and I was like, oh, you know what I should do? I should go on the internet and I should Google what billionaires were doing when they were my age. Yeah, don't ever do that. That's just gonna make you take like a weird nap in the fetal position for 4 hours. That's not a good idea. What I did, I Googled what Mark Zuckerberg was worth, the creator of Facebook, whenever he was my age. Because I figured, why not? We're probably the same guy. He created Facebook. I did Molly on a weekday last week. Like, same shit. Looked it up. When he was my age, his company was worth $25 billion. $25 billion. Yesterday I bought gas with change, so I don't know. You guys have ever bought 3/4 of a gallon before? That shit's humiliating. Just like, yes sir, can I get 91 cents on pump 4? And a hug. Oh God. Come on in. Talked a little bit about how I took work off for my birthday. I also take work off just because it's like a regular work day too. Like a lot. Like enough to where like one time I went into a job interview and they were like, and if you get this job, you'd have unlimited sick days. And I was like, oh. Like, you're gonna fuck around and get both of us fired. That is a terrible idea. It's a bad idea mostly because you won't be able to pick me out of a lineup. I'll never be here. I'll just call in no matter what. Because it's like, I don't know, I think we all go through that like, kind of like morning thing where your alarm goes off and you're just like, I can't do this again. No! And there is no better feeling in the world than just going, I'm right. Like the only thing that like keeps me from calling in sick every day is just calling another human adult and explaining to them why I'm neglecting my one responsibility of the day. Like if it wasn't for that, every day would be a sick day. But I'll get like so nervous before I call in. Like I'll give myself like a little pep talk in the mirror. Like I'll be like, all right, Kyle, you can do this. Just keep it short. You don't have to tell them what you're sick with. And for God's sake, whatever you do, do not use a sick voice. Don't. No one is buying that. But then like 5 seconds into the conversation, I'm just like, hey, Brendan. Yeah, it's Kyle. No, I'm not whispering. I'm sick. This is what sick people sound like based on a movie I saw. It's like maybe they're not buying it, so you gotta throw in one of these where you're like, yeah, it's like my head feels real weird, and my stomach's like, I don't know if you heard that, Brendan, but I just coughed. Case closed on me being sick, dummy. That never works. That doesn't work at all. I don't know. I just like, I want to not call in sick, but I've never worked a good job before, so that makes it pretty difficult. I knew that I wasn't going to get a good job though after college, because when I was in college I couldn't get hired for a no-pay internship. Yeah. They wouldn't let me do them a favor. Like, I was like, please? And they're like, we'd rather pay someone. Shit. Worked at a call center for the last 5 years, which, I don't know. I've worked there so long that my parents don't even ask me how things are going anymore. You know? They're just like, are you still alive? I'm like, physically, yes. Mentally, I died 3 years ago from getting yelled at about online coupons. I hate working in a call center. Like, I hate it. But, like, it's better than the first job I got whenever I lived here. The first job I had when I moved to Chicago was I was a ticket scalper, which is not a great job for a smiling white kid. That is not good at all. Like, you don't get health insurance being a ticket scalper. You don't at all. But you do get the opportunity to get stabbed every day. So, pretty fun trade. God, I feel like I've worked every shitty job at this point. Like everything. Like landscaping, call centers, door-to-door salesman. That was bad. Like, at this point, I just feel like my resume is just like the first page of my suicide letter. It's like, holy shit, this kid didn't stand a chance. Let's skip to the end where he talks about no-pay internships and how much he loves his mom. It'll be great. Not a very smart guy. Not like one of those Taj Moris or anything. There's always one, and I love you. Not very smart, and I think the reason why is because you know how like people will like read. Like, I just never got on board with that. And I think the reason why is because I got scarred by, like, the first book I ever read. The first book I ever read was Wilt Chamberlain's autobiography. That is not where you start. Like, I don't know if I'm mature enough to read that book now. If you don't know a lot about Wilt Chamberlain or even know who he is, totally fine. I'll catch you up really quick. He's very famous for two entirely different things. Some of you know the second one. The first thing he's famous for is he's the only NBA player to score 100 points in a game, which is an amazing accomplishment. No one's even gotten close to breaking it in 55 years. The other thing he's famous for is for having sex with 20,000 women, which he details like kind of a whole bunch in this 597-page fuck novel that I read as a third grader. No one, like, took it away from me or asked if I had any questions. They're just like, he'll figure out how group sex works. Motherfuckers. I finished that book, though. I did. One of the few. One of the proud. Probably not where to use that. When you finish the book, though, you find out two more important facts about Wilt. And that is that he has 0 STDs and 0 children. Yeah, let that sink into your brain for a minute. This dude scored 100 points in an NBA game, and it's the third greatest thing he's ever done. Just like, holy shit, Wilt, that's a triple-double. Way to go, dude. All right, I've been Kyle Scanlan. Enjoy Eddie Pepitone.